Right Honorable Wakila Charles Abdu, Speaker, SPLM IT Gono. Right Honorable Simon Sebit Peter Bandukwe, Deputy Speaker, SPLM IO. Isaac Juma Martin, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Abdallah Juma Rizigala, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Hannah Lona Bona, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Monoko Rudloff Leon, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Manasseh Doboy, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Mudir Ngarou, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Suzanne Enosa Mbaraza, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Mary Sungu, Member, SPLM IT Gono. David Paulino Simbi, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Christine Faustino Mokoronde, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Dita Zakaria, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Joseph Daudau Uko, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Benti Miahungote Piosa, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Patrick Angelo Kapanda, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Sungu Simon Siahengorete, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Mary Michael Baime, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Helen Oliver Wamite, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Genti William Bangafu, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Banedi Alex Cosmos, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Elias Torosa Elia, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Heskia Philip II, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Rhoda Samuel Yasoa, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Leticia Benito Mbafu, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Joseph Alfred Tindiri, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Arcangelo Aninsa, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Mbembe Etero Rukokau, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Charles Zain James, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Andirian Frederick Esengo, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Madelina Anite, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Moise Utoro Kusani, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Santina Kazmiro Fayende, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Alfred Riruyo, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Naama Leia Edward, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Violent Sadia, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Alice Sete Zungu Kurkuol, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Bennett Bida Ndilo, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Andrew Joseph Ayaya, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Lina Ndiki Mario, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Arcangelo Ngoni Kirikiri, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Alfred Lanjin Ambisia, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Asunta Sabata Manase, SPLM IT Gono. Jackson Sebit, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Clement Ngonjia Liba, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Lexon Rajab Dobili, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Kezia Dawa Ishaq, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Nathaniel Pasquel Eliakima, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Joseph Keliona Pio, Member, SPLM IT Gono. John Obote, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Jane Pia Michael, Member, SPLM IT Gono. Rafael Anthony Azaro, Member, National Agenda. Yomima Nimaya Ngendi, Member, National Agenda. John Raphael Khamis, Member, National Agenda. Rizik Khamis Simon, Member, National Agenda. James El Sama, Member, SPLM AIO. Luca Jonathan Lanedi, Member, SPLM AIO. Weasley Wala Makobe, Member, SPLM AIO. Singiba Simon Naro, Member, SPLM AIO. Philip Adigo Lawrence K, Member, SPLM AIO. Genti Masu Martin, Member, SPLM AIO. John Albina Fraser, Member, SPLM AIO. John Esbon Idris, member SPLM-AIO. Paul Anthony Avuru, member SPLM-AIO. Alice Kiden Juma, member SPLM-AIO. Malish Gibson Maluk, member SPLM-AIO. James Ramadan Charles, member SPLM-AIO. Kuruse Mabu Bazia, member SPLM-AIO. Costa Joseph Rudloff, member SPLM-AIO. Martin Dasikoko Dumbata, member SPLM-AIO. Sarah Umjima Kiliopa, member SPLM-AIO. Yodita Nahala Joseph, member SPLM-AIO. Charles Samuel Wiwamote, member SPLM-AIO. Alima Helen John, member SPLM-AIO. Juliana Bienga John, member SPLM-AIO. Vaida Sura Bey, member SPLM-AIO. John Nambazia Yacob, member SPLM-AIO. Diana George Low, member SPLM-AIO. Egidio Thomas Kangaba, member SPLM-AIO. Peter Esbon Palo, member SPLM-AIO. Modesto Martin Mbone, member SPLM-AIO. Julia John Sindani, member SOA. Richard Hakim Enoka Yambu, member SOA. James Biro David, member SOA. Haim Isaiah Paul, member SOA. Margaret Kisanga Mbakai, member SOA. Isaac Abiaziangi, member SOA. Isa Mustafa Zairara, member SOA. Pauline Diaka Mbangura, member SOA. Rosa Atanasio Ruben Latiri, member SOA. Christopher Kamtin David, member SOA. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 4th day of the month of November in the year 2021. Signed, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Republican Decree number 252 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Central Equatoria State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD. Title and commencement. This decree shall be cited as Republican Decree number 252 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Central Equatoria State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD, and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The decree. It reads, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 1641 A and B of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011, as amended, read together with Articles 116.2, 116.3, and Annexure D implementation matrix numbers 20 and 21 at pages 88 and 89 of the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan 2018, I, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby issue this Republican Decree for the reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Central Equatoria State Legislative Assembly as follows. Right Honorable Peter Wani Elia Kulang, Speaker, SPLM-IO. Right Honorable Dr. Salam Al-Haj Abdallah Baballa, Deputy Speaker, SOA. Jacob Aligo Loladu, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Esther Awate John, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. James Modi Lomindi, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Alfred Kiri Yokwe, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Julius Lokonga Eliuda, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Helen Denya Martin, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Maka Mustafa Fataki, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Mary Elias Ladu, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Professor Paul Ladu Breng, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Elizabeth Enoka Lubang, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Diana Richard Wani, member SPLM IT Gonu. Hastin Yokwe Anisio, member SPLM IT Gonu. Thomas Peter Gore Ladu, member SPLM IT Gonu. Enoch Benjamin Yugusuk, member SPLM IT Gonu. John Ladu Tombe, member SPLM IT Gonu. Lino Ladu Cirilo, member SPLM IT Gonu. Lokoroto Daniel Arama Rango, member SPLM IT Gonu. Luate Peter Khamis Eluzai, member SPLM IT Gonu. Noel Malesh Scopas Duku, member SPLM IT Gonu. Mariatha Takua Aduma, member SPLM IT Gonu. Jackson Wani Mule, member SPLM IT Gonu. Mila Amos Peter Lomonya, member SPLM IT Gonu. Amos Longa Modi, member SPLM IT Gonu. Silvano Bata Charles Yokoju, member SPLM IT Gonu. James Wani Pitia Laku, member SPLM IT Gonu. Santo Agustino Laku, member SPLM IT Gonu. Nadi James Hakim Wani, member SPLM IT Gonu. Diko Onesta Amos Lukare, member SPLM IT Gonu. Wanitom Sebit Michael, member SPLM IT Gonu. Naftali Hassan Gale, member SPLM IT Gonu. Stephen Dogol Stewart Yata, member SPLM IT Gonu. Benya Jojon Clement, member SPLM IT Gonu. Zendia Eluzai Abu, member SPLM IT Gonu. Joy Keji Rafael Soro, member SPLM IT Gonu. Lona Sadia Anthony, member SPLM IT Gonu. Cecilia Fatna Isaiah Lokolong, member SPLM IT Gonu. Rachel Clement Adeng, member SPLM IT Gonu. Mary Sadia Elfaza Komonde, member SPLM IT Gonu. Betty Poni Christopher, member SPLM IT Gonu. Joyce Kiden Eluzai Waran, member SPLM IT Gonu. Joyce Hadia Lino, member SPLM IT Gonu. Ann Kaku Samson, member SPLM IT Gonu. Gerald Francis Nyukuye, member SPLM IT Gonu. Moga Jackson Silo Kujo, member SPLM IT Gonu. Richard Yokwe Joel, member SPLM IT Gonu. Jennifer Yabu Yoasa Lasuba, member SPLM IT Gonu. Achiek David Ladu, member SPLM IT Gonu. Christine Anite Philip, member SPLM IT Gonu. Joseph Lasugale, member SPLM IT Gonu. Juma Umbalaku, member SPLM IT Gonu. James Ladu Musa, member National Agenda. Joseph Luka Aligo, member National Agenda. Flora Keji Stephen, member National Agenda. Alice Kiden Benjamin, member National Agenda. Abraham Pitia Manyar, member National Agenda. Dabe Francis Elisama Murie, member SPLM AIO. Isaac Aloro S. Lomodi, member SPLM AIO. Gaetano Ladu Logale, member SPLM AIO. Gita Betty Agostino, member SPLM AIO. Apollo Ladu Samson, member SPLM AIO. Lucia Keji Tombe, member SPLM AIO. Juma Samuel Martin, SPLM AIO. Cirilo Dumo Gaetano, member SPLM AIO. Sifura Daniel Yakub, member SPLM AIO. Ladu Lege Ladu, member SPLM AIO. Benjamin Satero Ladu, member SPLM AIO. Regina Ropani Banja, member SPLM AIO. Henry Taban Bosco, member SPLM AIO. Hamis James Kwaje, member SPLM AIO. Awate Raila Tito, member SPLM AIO. Florence Idenyoka, member SPLM AIO. Fanuel Dumo James, member SPLM AIO. Abui John Stephen, member SPLA-AIO. Kuyu Gloria, member SPLA-AIO. Uria Guya Emmanuel, member SPLA-AIO. Intizar Jaden Jada, member SPLA-AIO. Gary Scopas Ima, member SPLA-AIO. Gaudenio Yangalaku, member SPLA-AIO. Mary John Ladu, member SPLA-AIO. Wani Charles Esbon, member SPLA-AIO. Mandela Franco Hussein, member SPLA-AIO. Jacob Ladu Paul, member SOA. Morris Anderea Gama, member SOA. Alex Yugu Jale, member SOA. Lillian Morris Ladu Gore, member SOA. Abdurrahim Albino Daniel Thomas, member SOA. Al-Safi Ahmed Ali Ahmed, member SOA. Festo Kenyi Abraham, member SOA. Edward Deyan Tongu Rombe, member SOA. Jackson Galek Matata, member SOA. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 4th day of the month of November in the year 2021. Signed, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Let's have a short break and we will be right back. Now let's move to Lakes State. Republican Decree number 253 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of Deputy Speaker and members of Lakes State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD. Title and commencement. This decree shall be cited as Republican Decree number 253 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of Deputy Speaker and members of Lakes State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The decree, it reads, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 164(1) A and B of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with Articles 116(2), 116(3), and the Annexure D implementation matrix numbers 20 and 21 at pages 88 and 89 of the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan 2018, I, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby issue this Republican Decree for the reconstitution and appointment of Deputy Speaker and members of Lakes State Legislative Assembly as hereunder. Right Honorable Ayen Men Adior, Deputy Speaker, SPLM IT Gonu. Taban Abel Agot, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Priscilla Ayor Paul, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Chadrak Bol Machok, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Mariam Paul Jibe, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Rafael Bang Mayor, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Tabitha Akwach Mayom, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Marik Nanga Marik, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Abraham Majok Bol, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Samuel Mading Akoy, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Ater Jeremiah Telar, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Nial Enoch Chahoch, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Kedit Madol Kedit, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Matthew Makwach Adel, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Andrew Achijok Ayak, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Helen Nyibol Rin, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Martha Atiriu Mamer, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. William Manyon Wantok, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Angelina Nyabilny Arok, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Isaiah Alier Machine Coach, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. James Majok Marial, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Mary Barnaba Akech, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Joseph Manuat Mabor, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Garang Awai Garang, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Malek Machut Padai, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Jok Ayom Majak, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Emmanuel Deng Duop, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Chol Kutwel Manom, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Isaac Men Mapech, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Veronica Yomjuma Philip, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Daniel Gumwel Nyobur, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Margaret Lali Abiel, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Adiel Maker Manom, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Zakaria Porich Matwong, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Mariel Amon Malek, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Dewell Takpin, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. John Marik Makur, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Vicky Deng Monjdit, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Martha Adior Kulei, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Aping Malel Mabor, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Ater Noi Awol, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Mariam Philip Garang, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Rachel Yar Ater Torich, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Benjamin Lat Mathou, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Makur Ater Akony, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Joyce Manuel Morwell, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Mabor Awer Kechol, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Rachel Achola Ter, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Abdallah Marik Micheng, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. Omjima Maker Manthom, Member, SPLM IT Gonu. James Akech Mabor, Member, National Agenda. Ezekiel Thon Poroch, Member, National Agenda. Joseph Akech Marol, Member, National Agenda. Abraham Mayen Boldut, Member, National Agenda. Susanna Adol Malwal, Member, National Agenda. Augustine Makur Jok Makwach, Member, SPLM AIO. Kaman Makwen Yar Achien, Member, SPLM AIO. Sebit Kenyi Pasquale, Member, SPLM AIO. John Ichut Bech Alith, Member, SPLM AIO. Peter Machek Agwek, Member, SPLM AIO. Abraham Wade Majak, Member, SPLM AIO. Martha Alwat Marial, Member, SPLM AIO. Gabriel Wade Mabiech, Member, SPLM AIO. Elizabeth Ayen Madel Twain, Member, SPLM AIO. Samuel Dut Madit, Member, SPLM AIO. Ater Akolda Akoch, member SPLM-AIO. Matur Dongrin Kachol, member SPLM-AIO. Samuel Guy Magok, member SPLM-AIO. Elizabeth Achol Marik, member SPLM-AIO. Ayor to Rich Matiang, member SPLM-AIO. Makwei Bech Makwei, member SPLM-AIO. Jennifer Iraq Makerith, member SPLM-AIO. Abraham Adeng Majok Adeng, member SPLM-AIO. Albino Arik Rech, member SPLM-AIO. Mathiat Majak Matet, member SPLM-AIO. Rebecca Ajot Majer, member SPLM-AIO. Priscilla Abang Tonj, member SPLM-AIO. Mary Athiel Paul, member SPLM-AIO. Alabut Anyonich Abok, member SPLM-AIO. Abija Makot Tom Koch, member SPLM-AIO. Mary Nyanbot Doldit, member SPLM-AIO. Zakaria Makir Mabor, member SPLM-AIO. Luka Ajok, member SOA. Samuel Mawoi Majak, member SOA. Tito Lueth Aher, member SOA. Arop Michael Chan Biel Kwei, member SOA. Kachol Deng Abiel, member SOA. Deng Alier Makwei, member SOA. Peter Mabor Manyang, member SOA. Samuel Joseph Mayen Kwek, member SOA. Deng Arier Makor, member SOA. Peter Mabor Gol, member SOA. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 4th day of the month of November in the year 2021. Signed, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Now we cross over to Upper Nile State. Republican Decree number 254 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Upper Nile State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD. Title and commencement. This decree shall be cited as Republican Decree number 254 for the year 2021 for the reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Upper Nile State Legislative Assembly 2021 AD, and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The decree, it reads, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 164(1) A and B of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011, as amended, read together with Articles 116(2), 116(3), and Annexure D implementation matrix numbers 20 and 21 at pages 88 and 89 of the Revitalized Agreement on the Resolution of the Conflict in the Republic of South Sudan 2018, I, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby issue this Republican Decree for reconstitution and appointment of the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of Upper Nile State Legislative Assembly as follows. Chwol Dep Kir, Speaker, SPLM-IT Gono. Pal Ruach Duop, Deputy Speaker, SPLM-IO. Pantien Achwel Padiet, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Martha Lutluk Kok, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Venancio Guang Aduok, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Paul Bielchol, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Deng Bol Deng, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. John Bijo Dali, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Michael Diugai, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Tabitha Guang Awek, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Chol Bol War, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Tor Monywir Ngor, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Aker Akwei Kor, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Chol Chwoli Arop, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Tut Simon Kor, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Teresa Nyalok Riet, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Daniel Deng Mayen, Member, SPLM-IT Gono. Peter Yen Yech, member SPLM-IT Gono. Frida Nyoka Gumba, member SPLM-IT Gono. Thon Bennython, member SPLM-IT Gono. Hassan Bale Altik, member SPLM-IT Gono. Monpan Kalo, member SPLM-IT Gono. Philip Akol Amon, member SPLM-IT Gono. Teresa Adwok Ajang, member SPLM-IT Gono. Joseph Deng Faraj, member SPLM-IT Gono. Elizabeth Nyangot Yang, member SPLM-IT Gono. James Matt Matiang, member SPLM-IT Gono. James Khan Jok, member SPLM-IT Gono. Jacob Dollar Roth, member SPLM-IT Gono. Nyanchol Lual Kweth, member SPLM-IT Gono. Mary Nyawech Port, member SPLM-IT Gono. Ding Padiet Bafit, member SPLM-IT Gono. Mary Joshua Chan, member SPLM-IT Gono. Amuna Dinga Lila Naonga, member SPLM-IT Gono. Matt Michael Bangich, member SPLM-IT Gono. Chan Chol Wur, member SPLM-IT Gono. Junub Buamdeng, member SPLM-IT Gono. Geng Lam Chol, member SPLM-IT Gono. Gadbel Riek Chol, member SPLM-IT Gono. Tutkat Kwany, member SPLM-IT Gono. Mary Nyakone Dwop, member SPLM-IT Gono. Ayik Akwei Kak, member SPLM-IT Gono. Juliana Nyawelo Dak, member SPLM-IT Gono. Diu Ayong Dau, member SPLM-IT Gono. Peter Lwaljok, member National Agenda. Coach Isaiah Chol, member National Agenda. Jalamina Mading Bikwei, member National Agenda. Char Onwar Char, member National Agenda. Nyaman Adiang Nyijok, member DC. David Ali Tipo, member DC. Mujok Deng Ajak, member DC. Jikany Joshua Delwil, member DC. Abol Ayul Ajawin, member DC. Julia Adiang Papiti, member DC. Changjok Peter Oman, member DC. Ziko Amun Torjak, member DC. Naomi John Chol, member SPLM-AIO. Ajok Denkur, member SPLM-AIO. Nialpal Roy, member SPLM-AIO. Riak Deng Akwei Deng, member SPLM-AIO. Kong Duiti Yech Twany, member SPLM-AIO. Sarah Deng Obey Nyareth, member SPLM-AIO. John Aban Nyareth, member SPLM-AIO. Angelina Ernest Ayul, member SPLM-AIO. Muhammad Shun Aling, member SPLM-AIO. Maria Ajakur, member SPLM-AIO. Maiwood Dwaport, member SPLM-AIO. Stephen Torrun Port, member SPLM-AIO. Bangot Kachech Dol, member SPLM-AIO. Mary Nyatut Gach Jal, member SPLM-AIO. Yen Gai Ray, member SPLM-AIO. Dwap Tharjath Nyon, member SPLM-AIO. Teresa Ayul Nijak, member SPLM-AIO. Duma Oka Duma, member SPLM-AIO. Madalena Edward Nyawelo, member SPLM-AIO. James Chwolport, member SPLM-AIO. Peter Tudjok Mangong, member SPLM-AIO. Lonyi Biel Luot Balang, member SPLM-AIO. James Gatluak War Gatkworth, member SPLM-AIO. Hassanat Chwei Deng, member SPLM-AIO. Aker Akwethton, member SPLM-AIO. Kur Ajak Denkur, member SPLM-AIO. Ochan Nywach, member SOA. Muhammad Abdulatif Muhammad Saleh, member SOA. Sabit Jeremiah Rieth, member SOA. Bustani Gal Jelhag, member SOA. Fozia Arek Ador, member SOA. Chola Kok Ayuel, member SOA. Changwoth Walchor, member SOA. Nyakier Thinak Monying, member SOA. Rebecca Joseph Deng, member SOA. And Kwang Tor Lual, member SOA. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 4th day of the month of November in the year 2021. Signed, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Those were the Republican decrees. And now to continue with the bulletin, the Cabinet passed a National Development Strategy Plan that covers education, security, health, and road infrastructure, as well as river transport. The Minister of Finance and Planning presented the plan during a regular cabinet meeting chaired by President Kiir on Friday. Isaac Ludoro files the following report.
The Council of Ministers in its regular meeting, chaired by President Kiir, listened to a presentation by the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs on the Supreme Council of Arabic Africa Economic Company. Speaking to the media, the Minister of Information, Communication Technology and Postal Services, Michael McQuay, said the Cabinet also listened to a presentation by the Minister of Finance on the National Development Strategy Plan, which was passed by the Cabinet.
In the meeting, as usual, we confirm and adopted the resolutions of the Council of Ministers number 15 dated 29 October 2021 with amendments. Then we listened to a presentation from the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Ruben Madol, and it was on the Council of the Supreme Council of the Arab African Economy. It is a company which is supposed to be discussed so that we become members of it. That presentation was suspended and passed to the Minister of Finance so that he can study and find out the economic implications and the financial implications connected with the membership of this company. The Minister of Finance presented a National Development Strategy review. It was a revised National Development Strategy, and the last National Development Strategy was prepared in 2018 to 2021, and now it is being reviewed, and the review is from, and the new one is from 2021 to 2024, and the methodology which was followed by the able team of the Ministry of Finance was through consultations. Consulted all the ministries, consulted all the stakeholders, including the states and the administrative areas, and it came out with a plan for the 5 clusters of the governance. That is the governance cluster, the economic cluster, the services cluster, the infrastructure, and the gender and youth cluster. All the priorities in those clusters were put on, and the cabinet, after thorough deliberation on all these things, it passed the strategy, it passed the National Development Plan as revised, and passed it for the minister to present it to the National Legislative Assembly for consideration.
According to Minister McQuay, the Cabinet further listened to a progress report by the Minister of Peace Building on the activities of the ministry.
Thereafter, the Minister for Peace Building, Honorable Stephen Parkwall, presented a progress report about his ministry. Of course, this is a new ministry which was established in accordance with the provisions of the agreement. So he presented his report, and the report was appreciated and approved.
Minister McQuay said The Minister of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism also briefed the cabinet on his recent participation in the East Africa Tourism Exhibition in Tanzania.
We listened to another report from the Minister of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism, that is from Honorable Rizk Zakaria, and his report was concerning his visit to the East African Community Expo, which is Expocha, and this expo was done from the 9th to the 11th October 2021. It was held in Arusha, Tanzania. He went and attended it, and beside the attendance, he had some other side meetings with some of the people who have interest, especially the Secretary General of the East African Community, and he appreciated the participation, and the people over there were impressed with their presence, and he made a lot of recommendations concerning the establishment of the wildlife and tourism here in South Sudan, being a potential revenue generating institution. So the cabinet appreciated the report and passed it accordingly.
The cabinet also listened to a presentation by the Minister of Transport on the Tuesday's plane crash.
Under any other business, we listened to a report from the Minister of Transport on the that is Mdubiaro on the plane on the 26th that crashed on the 2nd of this month. According to the report, the Antonov was loaded with fuel destined for Maban. And then before it could, just after taking off, the plane crashed. The reason of the crash is not known. There were passengers in the plane, two crew from Sudan who were brought to come and fly this plane, plus 2 crew were Russians, plus 1 South Sudanese from the company, from Haas company, which was taking fuel to Maban. So the 5 crew, the crew all died, they lost their lives. It's unfortunate, and we pass our condolences to the families of the deceased persons on this unfortunate situation. However, the cabinet, the minister had already formed a committee to investigate into the issue, and he has been authorized, is fully authorized to follow up the implementation. At the same time, he should also make sure that all the planes that are operational in South Sudan are properly checked.
Isaac Ludori, Iman.
The Presidential Advisor on National Security Affairs, Tut Galwak Meneme, briefed President Kiir on the mission he led to Khartoum to end the political crisis in the Sudan. Tut Galwak said the Commander-in-Chief of the Sudanese Armed Forces, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, welcomed President Kiir's initiative to end the crisis. He said a number of political prisoners were released as a result of South Sudan's initiative.
ماشيين لخرطوم بعد الأحداث حصل في السودان، وجهنا نزور السودان وشينا رسالة بتاعه لحكومة السودان وكل الأكوان السودانيين يستجوب بيانات على سلفة ويستجوب وسائل دولة جنوب السودان ويتأكد حنا كل مشاغل السودان يبر أمر جنوب السودان الذين جابوا السلام وجابوا الاستقرار والأكوان القائد العام فريق أول برهان بقى مقصود من هذا المبادرة، ونحن ناقشنا بإجرام سير رئيس الفا فقط متغلين السياسيين، جزء متغلين السياسيين وحل المشاكل الموجود. وإن شاء الله بعد يومين الجاية يتم كل حل المشاكل في السودان وتكوين الحجز الحكومية في دول السودان. ببدأ من مجلس السيادة بعدين من الوزراء بيتم ساعات القليل إن شاء الله يعلن رئيس البرهان، ونحن أكدنا لحن السودان يكون فيه استقرار في أمن، وأكد لنا لحن يزيل السودان مستقرا أمنيا ويقف دائما مع دول جنوب السودان في كبير وصغير وقبل كل التوجيهات على سير رئيس الفقير، ونحن رجعنا لسير رئيس.
A Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, an international organization operating in more than 30 countries, said it will support reconciliation and healing in South Sudan. The Vice President for Gender, Youth and Humanitarian Cluster, Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabur, and the representative of the center met in Juba on Friday. Speaking to the media, the organization's program manager, Yodit Lema, said they discussed reconciliation and healing in South Sudan. Yodit said the organization deals with conflict mediation.
We discussed today the importance of reconciliation and healing in South Sudan, particularly with regards to youth and women, and the need to support efforts in South Sudan to encourage more healing, more reconciliation. We are from the Center for Humanitarian Dialogue. Our work is conflict mediation, and we came to visit Her Excellency to see ways in which we